Spirit, what are your messages for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements, and North Node? Excuse me. And a no contact situation with someone they recently separated from, someone they were romantically involved with. For the Aquarius collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements, and North Node in a no contact situation. Before I get further into the reading, I want to let everyone who's watching know that when I'm speaking of no contact situations, it's not going to be about a person that you are officially done with, someone you decided firmly that you've moved on from. And it's not going to be about anybody that you're no longer trying to reconcile with. This is for those who are not certain about their situation. In a no contact situation where they're not sure what's going on, not sure if they're making the right decision to move on and things like that. Excuse my brother in the background, he's hyper. So this is going to be for the collective who needs some extra guidance, some messages. And even then, I have to remind everyone that this is a collective message. This is for the Aquarius collective. So that means some things may apply to you, some things may not. So only take what resonates with you and leave absolutely everything else behind. If you want something more personal and exclusively for you, I have personal readings offered. They're in, the link to my website is in the About section. So I'm going to begin for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements in a no contact situation. Spirit, what are your messages for the Aquarius collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements, and North Node? Romance-wise, who are in a no contact situation with someone that they were romantically involved with, who need guidance at this time, who need to know whatever it is that you want to bring to their consciousness awareness. And they're not in contact with the person that we're inquiring about. And when I say person, it's not one, it's anyone who the collective is dealing with, but we're going to go ahead and say person, okay? So for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, placements, and North Node in a no contact situation. Spirit, what are your messages? And again, I'm sorry that the intro is so long, but it's really important that I get these messages or these side messages out before I even get into the reading. We have the Sun card that came out pretty easily. So you could be dealing with the Leo. Leo energy, some of you are dealing with a Leo, like I said. Six of Cups. There's really good memories that this person is still very fond of. Yeah, this person's thinking of you. But they're thinking of good times that you've had. The Four of Swords. Despite the circumstances, they do feel like right now is an important time to rest. The Four of Swords speaks of resting your mind, resting after a time of turbulence. And for other cases, it's definitely a time where you need to take a time out because of the heartbreak or the stress-inducing or even the mental strain that something could have had on a person. So yes, I think that is also something that this person we're channeling is going through at this time for the collective. So yeah, it was a horrible, terrible ending with the Ten of Swords in the reverse position. This person could be seeing the brighter side of things, despite the fact that things ended between you in such a way that it's very apparent that it was painful. It was very painful for this person. We're channeling their energy, so yes, when it comes to them, in their mind, it was hard. but it's like they have so much optimism about you. They have so much optimism here with the Sun to the Six of Cups, the Emperor in the reverse. Yeah, when we have the Emperor in the upright, this speaks of a person who is handling business, not letting their emotions or anything else, bias, get in the way of their of the goal at hand or the task at hand. It's someone who makes very critical and serious decisions, and this person, if they are usually like that when it comes to you, they really can't. It's like they may feel as though they have to have ended something. Maybe they feel like it's their responsibility to say, you know what, this has to end, and it's like they do not want to accept it. It's almost like you are someone specifically who makes them feel like they don't have control over their feelings. They don't have control over how they handle the situation. And it seems to be something that's quite rare because it's the Emperor. Like, if you're dealing with someone who embodies this energy in the upright position, they are very experienced with hardships and many other things in life. So this person is like, definitely it's been challenging to get through this with a level head, without letting their emotions with the Six of Cups here basically intercept when they're making a decision. They could have been the one to decide to end it, or maybe you decided to end things, excuse me. And whatever the case was, this person found it very painful, and they really feel like they're just, you know, I said everything that I had to say about that. Ace of Cups. Yeah. They definitely want to start over. I wouldn't say this if it wasn't coming out. There's only one thing that all these cards mean. There's only one thing that this all means. And even though I'm very well informed on what these cards mean, the energy itself is displaying this person doesn't want to accept an ending. Energetically speaking, that is what this is showing me. Yeah. This person is sentimental. They want to start over. And I do feel the Queen of Wands almost came out. The Death card. So endings can bring new beginnings here. So whatever happened between you could have been very hard. Could have been very hard on both of you. But it's transformed the whole trajectory of the future of the situation, at least when it comes to the person we're speaking of here. To them, there's changes. There's changes happening already. It's in the works. So for some of you, if you felt like this is really dark, you see that sun coming out, you see the sun over here. Yeah, there's something they feel optimistic about. You see how there's death in the background and life moving forward. Yeah, this person is thinking of a new beginning here. They're thinking of how this situation can transition somehow into something that's fruitful, something that could actually bring a sense of growth. And it's almost like this person, in their mind, we have the Judgment when I split the deck, and the Queen of Cups, that this person really cares about you. This person, normally, they're the type of person that you wouldn't even think they have a lot of emotions, I'll say. And yeah, they actually feel very deeply about this. Spirit, what else do you have for the Aquarius collective in this situation? What is the energy coming through towards them and about this situation, who they're in no contact with? And I'm really sorry if the reading is slow, like my voice is slow. I don't mean to make it boring. I don't mean to make it a drag. Hopefully that doesn't bother a lot of you. The Knight of Wands. Oh, what? I'm gonna have to see the energy behind that, clarify it. So this person definitely feels not only do they have a lack of control, they feel like they can't control themselves. It's almost as if you gave them the heads up or the okay, they would jump right to your door. They would jump right to you. Whatever scenario it could be. It's like this person would definitely take action without even thinking about it. It's almost like you can expect this person to do something out of urgency, out of desire. There's a very specific way a lot of readers see the Knight of Wands, but honestly, we have to look at the energy all over the place here. This is indicating to me that this person does not care about the moral obligations they have. I don't know if that's the right word. This person only cares about being with you again, is what it looks like. And it's like, for some of you, they may spontaneously approach you because it's like they're only thinking about their desires here. And then with the Emperor in the reverse, this is definitely someone that it's very rare. It's a rare occasion this person ever behaves this way. We will get into clarifying cards, by the way. Five of Pentacles. Yeah, I think it's just the loneliness aspect. And it's not just the loneliness. It's the fact that this person feels like they've lost everything since the separation with the Five of Pentacles. They feel like they've lost everything. They feel like without you, they have nothing. This is a spiritual energy. You know, it's not always material. Yes, Pentacles speak of material, but this is also speaking of in the spiritual sense. This person may feel very lonely no matter what. No matter if they have things in control in their professional lives or they're in the material realm. It's like when it comes to their soul and their happiness and their heart, they do feel like they don't have anything. They don't have much without you. So yeah, it has this person like very urgent to do something here. It's almost like if you think about starvation, I know it might be a kind of an unhappy example, but if you're thinking about starvation, the Knight of Wands, it's like, you know, you're thinking about fulfilling your body's needs when it comes to sustaining your, like if you're very hungry or you're starving, it's like that's kind of what I'm getting with this Knight of Wands energy. This person is literally, I would say, in need of that reconciliation, because it's like their life could be very dark without you, and it's almost like, yeah, that's what it's looking like, energetically speaking. Sorry if that was a terrible example. I'm trying my best, Aquarius. Justice. This person definitely wants to make things right. Oh, wow, I forgot to mention the signs. I'll go ahead and mention the signs you could be dealing with. But yeah. Justice card, this person's trying to come to you. Correct. This person is trying to come to you, bringing justice and balance and truth to this entire situation. For some reason, I'm not really seeing communication. The best yet, I really feel like this person's going to take some form of action with the Knight of Wands. They're not even going to think about it. Generally speaking, that's what the Knight of Wands embodies, is a person who is just like, they're filled with passion, they're filled with desire, and it compels them to take action without even thinking about it. So this person is definitely, I think that this person's definitely going to approach you. We do have the Six of Cups here, so that also suggests a returning of the person from your past. If you guys aren't bored and sick of my voice yet, I'm going to go ahead and get into clarification cards. So, Spirit, why is the Sun here? Show me why the Sun is here. I think it's very clear this person feels you bring them light and happiness and joy in their life. But let's look at the energy behind the sun. Yeah, Five of Cups. They miss you. They miss the light you brought into their lives. There's sorrow, yes. They're holding on to really positive memories, but it's like that element of, I miss that light that this person, that Aquarius brought into my life. It's almost like they're handling their own grief by trying to see the bright side, trying to think of, how could I come back to this person? That's pretty deep. It's pretty deep. When we have the Five of Cups, it does speak of sorrow and grief, but there's always, it's like this card does not demonstrate the visual, but in the Rider-Waite, if that's how you pronounce it, the Rider-Waite Tarot, when we have the Five of Cups, it's a person who's standing focusing on the sorrow, but there's two cups behind the person that indicates there's hope for reconciliation or hope for better days. This person's holding on to the hope for a happy ending still, so to speak. And if it matters or it means anything to anyone, this is very rare. When I do no contact situations, sometimes I don't get messages like this at all. This is all very, very clear. This person wants to be back in your life. Very clear. Six of Cups in the reverse tried to come out. Oh, wow. Clarifying the Six of Cups. Okay, so sometimes when we have the Six of Cups in the reverse, that means this person cannot let go of the past. They're holding on very tightly to the past. It's like when they think of the external situation, the external factors, the external outside circumstances that may have caused the ending, they're like, I'm not letting go of this person. Not emotionally anyhow. Clarify the Six of Cups, Spirit. Oh, Justice tried to come out again. Oh, I forgot to mention the signs. Just really quick. Leo, Aries, Scorpio, Leo, and Sagittarius. Leo again. And Libra for Aquarius. Could be dealing with those signs. Two Swords. Yeah, this person is about to make a very critical decision. It's almost like they've tried to make a critical decision. A fair, just decision. Wow. Yeah, fair, just decision with the Justice card. Wow. Yeah. This person just wants to make things right. They're thinking about coming back. However, it's almost like for your side, they're considering, what would your stance be? Would you let them back in? That kind of thing. Would it be fair to you if they actually tried? Four of Swords. Yeah, they're thinking about this quite heavily. Four of Swords. Clarify the Four of Swords. Eight of Wands in the reverse. I think that's what's causing a pause in communication, is that they need time to think, reflect, or I'd say heal. There could also be things outside of the situation that are causing them a lot of strain as well. It's like they could be going through something else too that's causing them to feel like, I really need time alone to just recollect my thoughts, to gather my strength again before I even consider moving forward and taking on the weight of the other challenges that are in my way, you know, things like that. Eight of Wands reverse suggests there's gonna be maybe a pause in communication, but I'm telling you, this person doesn't want this to be over. They're not accepting an ending. They're not accepting that it's over. They may be needing time to rest, think, reflect, and heal, but they're very optimistic about this. Clarify the Four of Swords. I think if some of you block this person, they're definitely reflecting and taking time alone. They're not, yeah, they're like alone right now. Page of Swords reversed. They can't reach out. They can't communicate. Some of you might have blocked this person and they feel left out in the cold, but they want to be optimistic. Ten of Swords reversed. Clarify the Ten of Swords reversed. Spirit. Ace of Cups in the reversed. Yeah, this person feels like you may not accept them, but they want their way. With the Emperor in the reverse, that speaks to someone who wants their way only. And I don't think it's from a selfish standpoint. I think this person just loves you too much to accept an ending with the Ace of Cups reversed. They may feel like, you know, the hardest thing about this situation was the fact that maybe a new beginning, this person cannot accept the fact that there may not be an opportunity to start over. They do not accept that. They may do whatever they can, absolutely anything they can to get back in your life. Ten of Swords reversed, Spirit. Clarify the Ten of Swords reversed. Seven of Swords in the reverse. That's interesting. Yeah, I think that this person has to be honest with themselves about the fact that there was an ending that took place here. There was pain, and they can't just push it all to the side and say, let's start over. I think I think they have actually let it set in. And I think that's another reason why we have the Four of Swords here. I feel like the emotional and mental pain that it caused this person, they stopped avoiding the reality and it started setting in, and it's almost like they can't even get out of bed right now. Okay, that's going to be for some of you that this person cannot even get out of bed right now. It affects them physically. So let's look at the Emperor in the reverse. Yeah, this person usually, they can put their emotions to the side, just like we talked about earlier. When it comes to this situation, it's like they cannot take control. They cannot control this because they love you with the Queen of Cups. Three of Cups in the reverse position. This person, this person is wondering if there's someone else that you're thinking of, possibly with the Moon reversed and the Three of Cups reversed. Honestly, some of you could have thought there was a third party, or they think there's a third party, and it's completely delusional. It's a delusion with the Moon reversed to the Three of Cups reversed, Queen of Cups. This person only loves you. If they think that you're dealing with someone, you only love this person, or you only love this person. But with the Moon reversed, it suggests to me, they could be even possessive with the Emperor reversed. So possessive that, you know, even if someone's a friend, the Moon reverse speaks of illusions and confusion and delusion, fears, anxiety, based on things that are not real half the time. So I'm definitely getting a message like that. Maybe that could have been this person's mistake. Their mistake could have been being too controlling with you. Starting arguments or even causing pain because they're in pain over the fact that they think that there's someone else, and it's like, no, there's pure love here. I think the fact that they no longer have the access to you, if that's the case, you know, it's like they're really seeing how dark it is now. It's like they don't even care anymore about why things ended. They care more about how to get you back in their life. Ace of Cups. Why is the Ace of Cups here? I'm sorry if you guys can't see all the cards. Yeah, King of Swords. They seem to want to have a serious conversation and an honest conversation. The King of Swords is someone who upholds the utmost integrity. They have the integrity to tell you nothing but the truth. We also have the Justice card here. Some of you are dealing with an air sign or a Libra because of the Justice card. This person wants a conversation that will open the door for a new beginning emotionally. They want to open their heart. I'm telling you, this person could be the type of person you normally don't recognize them as someone who has a lot of emotions. But they have a lot for you. That could be something that's about to change. It's almost like maybe this person was not expressing their emotions a lot. That could have been a problem in the past. And it's like, it's not that they didn't have any, it's just the fact they're not good at articulating or expressing them very much. And, you know, that could be something that they're learning. You know, I should have I should have shown this person the love that I had for them. Death card. You know, sometimes maybe you felt like this person wasn't showing you love because they were so focused on being controlling, or they were so focused on being afraid of losing you to someone else. That could have been the case. And now it's like, it's a whole different situation with the Death card here. Things are definitely not going to be the way they were before. If that's something that you're concerned about, we have the Death card here, changes and transformation and transitions. That means when you guys do have a new beginning, if you guys do get back with this person, it's not going to be the way it was before. That can mean two things. One, unfortunately, it may mean that it's not going to feel the same, but it's going to bring good changes here. Endings bring new beginnings, excuse me. And yeah, anything that was bad behavior, or it was like low vibrational, so to speak, behavior, that's also going to change. That's not going to be the same anymore. And I think this person is very aware of, with the Justice card, they're aware of what behaviors need to be corrected. If they really care, which I think they do. I see that they do. Knight of Wands. Why is the Knight of Wands here? Ace of Swords reverse. Yeah, there's no communication. They have a lack of clarity, so get ready and expect this person to jump, to take action spontaneously without even thinking about it. Yeah, another thing I'm getting with the Ace of Swords reverse, this person is not even giving it any thought. They're not going to think twice. I don't even know if they're going to think once about taking action towards you. It's like we have the Five of Pentacles here. This person could be honestly desperate to have you back. Justice card. Why is the Justice card here? The Ten of Wands. They have a responsibility to make things right here. And they're the ones that are carrying all that responsibility. I do feel like this person is trying to let you know that they understand what accountability they have upon themselves to carry. And they want to bring it to the situation. It may be hard, it may be tough for them, because if there's communication blockages or there's some sort of, you know, barriers, maybe you're not going to be so lenient, or you're not going to be so readily forgiving. This person is, you know, they're going to make it a point that they're here to make things right no matter what, and they don't really care how hard it's going to be. They're desperate. They want you back. They may think it's hard and challenging, even exhausting, but this is very love motivated, desire motivated. They could get into this thinking it's easy to get back in this not easy to get back in this person's life, but it's easy for them to think, I'd rather choose to be responsible and take accountability instead of refusing to take the challenge on. Instead of giving up, it's like, it's the easier choice to them is to just do whatever it takes to have you back. Some people don't do that. Five of Pentacles, card for the Five of Pentacles. Oh, we have the Knight of Wands again. I'm telling you, I told you guys. With the Knight of Wands coming on again, this person, they're urgent. They're reaching out, they're taking action without even thinking, out of desperation, because they feel like they have nothing without you in the spiritual and emotional sense. Doesn't matter what they have materially, whatever the case is, even if they have friends around them or anything, they spiritually, it's dark for them. So yeah, they're gonna take action. They do not want to accept an ending. So that's what I have for you, Aquarius. I hope you have a good and safe rest of your day. If you're watching this at night, have a safe and good rest of your night. Hopefully, I'll update you guys with another reading in the future sometime soon. But until then, thank you for being with me.